Okay. This is the Jesuit Extreme Hope. I played some of it, but you couldn't really hear it, so. This is just some of it. There's pages of it. You have been taught to insidiously plant the seeds of jealousy and hatred between communities, provinces, states that were at peace, and incite them to deeds of blood, involving them in war with each other, and to create revolutions and civil wars in countries that were independent and prosperous, cultivating the arts and the sciences and enjoying the blessings of peace, to take sides with the combatants and to act secretly with your brother Jesuit, who might be engaged on the other side. Boy, doesn't this sound familiar? But openly opposed to that which you might be connected, only that the church might be the gainer in the end, in the conditions fixed in these treaties for peace. The end justifies the means. You have been taught your duty as a spy to gather all statistics, facts, and information in your power from every source, to integrate yourself into the confidence of the family circle of Protestants and heretics and every class and character, as well as that of the merchant, the banker, the lawyer, among the schools and universities, in parliaments, legislations, and the judiciaries and councils of state, and to be all things to all men for the Pope's sake, whose servants we are unto death. Did you know the angel of death was a woman? Yes. Did you know that every word you speak is a magic spell? It's true. And do you know what they've been doing? They've been hexing you. Just thought you'd like to know. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is just my own studying. And, I just like to look things up on Google. Okay, this is Revelations. Let's see, let's do the New Living. Yeah. And I solemnly declare to everyone who hears the words of prophecy written in this book, if anyone adds anything to that is written here, God will add that person the plagues described in these books. Well, now looky here. The Vatican Insider reveals the truth about why the Vatican removed 14 books from the Bible. See these? And by the way, King Solomon called angels to help him build the temple and the ark. No, that's right. He called demons. Can you tell that no matter what they say, you need to look at what they do? That's why they threw out that part too, where it says you can't get in by your good works, because then they'd have to know how much was worthy. Well, you should be doing good every day to yourself and others, because see, it does start with you. You have the power. Nobody's going to come save you. There's not going to be no Armageddon, because I say so. And what I say goes. And this is not hell Satan. This is so is above, so is below, but it's also return to sender. It's what I say to the Jesuits. Everything you do, it just comes right back on you. You want some real wisdom? Go ask yourself. Go look in the mirror and talk good to yourself. Every time you catch yourself doing the negative thought thing, or trying to buy into this or savior, or worrying about, you're not living in the moment. And that's what they want to do. They want to keep you like what they have is you with the wrong set of instructions to a game that they invited you to here in hell, or they portaled you in here. I don't know. I think they reflected you from the moon. I'm not sure. I think it might even be a satellite. I don't know. But I know this. All of those words is proven to be a spell. That's why they call it spelling. Did you notice that in school? What'd you learn in your spelling book? It's the truth. So, instead of being a witch, because I quit going to church a long time ago, I am now a sorceress. That means that I wield the source, and so can you. Go in that mirror. Give yourself some mirror therapy. Tell yourself that you've been lied to, but that's okay, because now you know. And that, you know what? You survived a lot of stuff, and that's amazing. And you know what? You're going to do even better tomorrow. And so is everybody else around you. I say it every day. I go out there in the morning after I brush my teeth, I look in the mirror, and I talk good to myself. Every time I catch myself with a negative, I have to throw myself two positives. That's the way you have to do it. And I go barefoot, and I go stand under the tree as the sun is rising. And I look into the sun, and I say, I intend to bring forth heaven on earth for the benefit of all. Because this is not heaven. And you shouldn't have to die to go get your rewards. We're the only thing here that has to pay to live. And there's a handful. Like, it's not even, it's like 1%. Do you know what 1% of something is? You know? It starts in your mind, and it starts in your heart. And I do not consent. I did not consent to these birth certificate numbers. I did not consent to that. My mother would have never consented to that. They didn't tell her what was going on. They lied. Any contract, I don't care who you are, lawyer, priest, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter, does it? Any agreement made under duress or made under not knowing, because that's uninformed consent. You didn't consent to nothing. There was a uninformed taking, a hostile takeover, and you can stop them from doing this. Evidently, if you file a bunch of papers and do all this stuff, you can get your money back. You know what? I don't care about that. I don't care to help them do what they're doing. And I just read it to you. Look at how much it goes on, even on TikTok, and I love it here. Let me tell you what, this is better than YouTube. I already had my channels shut down and my Google froze. So on here, I've learned about liver cleanses and about parasite cleanses and about natural soap and oils and colloidal silver. You know, I've learned so much. Cooking, whatever. You know, we share things. That's community. That's doing good. Don't ever let them divide you, because that is the whole game, is conquer and divide. I read it to you. It shows you clearly. They believe none of it, but they will infiltrate and get in there and make you what? Give up your children. I mean, no, it's serious. You guys really need to look at it and see what they're doing, and don't teach them to follow someone just because they're a priest or what. I'm telling you, uncle or whatever. You know, you tell them if that makes them uncomfortable, they can not have that person hug them. They can not like a certain person, and there might be a reason. You know what? Children are like animals. They're more in that state of recognizing a danger right off because they're vulnerable. And we should always protect the children. That's how you can tell this is not what it seems. And now we look at sacrificing. They're doing sacrificing of men, women, and children. I'm telling you, it's already showing up all over here on TikTok, but it's been for a long time on YouTube. Yeah, I'm telling you, you need to really think about what you're doing, not what you're hearing, what you're reading, what you're doing.